Good evening. I pray that you all have had an amazing day. Let's get this thing going right. Pray that you all have had an amazing day. Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Come on in the room. I have been going literally since about 10 o'clock this morning. Good evening. Come on in. Spent 3 amazing days with Dream Builders with Mary Morrissey. That was a awesome event, and 3 days prior to that with David Neagle with the Art of Success Summit. That was an amazing event. So I am just like full, and I just completed teaching a 2 hour course on faith. That was amazing. So I'm full, I'm excited, I'm grateful, I am, and I just believe that for those of us that are willing to step out by faith, step out on faith, that some amazing things are about to happen because it's not so much about what we see, and it's not a lot about what we know, but it's more about what we believe and what we do. Come on in, come on in. I'm just rambling as you come on. Um, it's about what we believe and what will we do. What are we willing to do? What are you willing to do? Are you at least willing to try something? That's what I want to know. Are you willing to try something? There are opportunities out here for us to do the impossible. But one thing we have to do is believe that they're there, believe that it's possible, believe that we can. And a lot of the book stop for a lot of people is people don't believe in themselves, so they feel like it's not possible. They feel like they can't do it. But I want to encourage you on tonight, and I'm not going to be on here long because I've had a very long day. I have literally been doing something since 10 a.m. I was part of, I've done a lot. I've done a lot. But anyway, not even going to go through that list because it may overwhelm your mind. But when you have desires, when you have goals and dreams, and you're not there, we shouldn't be doing a lot of resting. And I mean, I'm looking at it on this computer screen, and it's just so beautiful. It's just a big body of water with all types of things in it, and it just intrigues my imagination. But um, are you at least willing to do something? Is my question. And I don't, if you're saying something, I don't see you. I don't see who's on here or whatever. But are you ready? Are you finally ready to say, first of all, I'm going to stop limiting myself. And then, secondly, that I have some power and authority to change my situation. To change my situation, that I do not have to remain stuck in this situation. I do not have to remain, in this circumstance, that I have the power to come out. Are you willing to at least try something? Are you willing to try something? So let's talk about it. Let's think about it. Are you willing? Are you willing? So, as we come on here tonight, just for a few minutes, and I mean, what are you willing to do? As I, talked a little bit about it this morning, and I wanted to kind of continue just a little bit. Is, if we have the same thoughts, we know that our thoughts generate feelings, and our feelings create actions, and our actions is the is our results. So when you think about our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions, it shows up in our results. So if we're not seeing the results that we desire, we have to go back. We got to go back in the formula and ask ourselves, what am I doing? How am I feeling? And what am I thinking? If we are not seeing the results we desire, we have to have a conversation, not with other people, but we have to have a conversation with ourselves and ask, what is it? What is it that I'm thinking? Because my thoughts will create my feelings, and my feelings will create my actions, and my actions will create my results. So if I am not having the results that I desire, where is the gap? Where am I missing it? Is it in the action? Is it in the feelings? Is it in the thoughts? And we really have to go back to think that we are not going to take actions when we don't feel like it, or we don't feel moved, or we don't feel all these things. So we have to really go back to step one, to what are we thinking? And I'm going to tell you what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that the good is only for other people. A lot of people think that they're not worth it. They're not enough. That it's not possible. They're not small enough. They're not tall enough. They're not smart enough. They're not this. They're not that. And all of that is a lie. You are enough just the way you are to do what you desire to do. But the enemy has made you believe that you got to be something more of something. You got to be smarter, and you got to be taller, and you got to be brighter, or you got to be. The enemy has tried to make you believe, or has made you believe, that you are not enough the way you are. And in order for you to move any kind of way, that you got to be more of something. You don't have to be more of nothing else. All you got to do is be more you. But you do have to change what you do. So you have to change what you think, how you think about life. And somebody said, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. How do you show up? How do you show up in relationships? How do you show up on your job? How do you show up with your money? The way you do one thing is the way you will do all things. If you're slowful, if you're never on time, if if you whatever, the way you do one thing is the way you would do all things. How are you showing up? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? And what are you doing? Because those things are going to be what determines your results. If you thinking you are nobody, you can't do it, you don't have enough skills, you don't have enough education, da 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 da, and all these things, you're not going to do anything. So we have to stop beating ourselves up, and we got to stop siding with the adversary and let him know that you are a liar. I can do those things that you say I can't do, I can. Them things that you say I won't have, I will have them. That you say I won't be, I will be it. We have to start defeating the devil's lies with the truth. Combat the lies with the truth. To say, nope, I got an antidote for that. Nope, I got an answer for that. Nope, I got a solution for that. That's not going to be my story. I would not just be a statistic. I would not just be a number. I have a name. I have a name. Are you willing and ready to do something? Suffering is not our bread. We don't have to suffer. Lack is not our bread. We came from abundance, and guess what? We can pull from where we came from. Stop taking on somebody else's table that don't have enough food. Are you ready? Are you willing to do something? I am super excited about the doors that has opened and the opportunities that has been made, even in the midst of a pandemic. That we don't have to settle, and we don't have to think that we are not in control of where we land. We got control. We have control on our own outcome. I just gave you the formula for results. It's thoughts, feelings, and actions. All that is in our direct control. We don't have to check with nobody. We don't have to get nobody's approval. We don't have to go through anybody. We can think our way to the results that we want. Not that just thinking along ain't gonna get it. Don't miss it. Don't get it twisted. Thinking alone is not gonna get it because faith without works is dead. Thinking, feeling, and taking action. You have to take action. You have to do something. We cannot just sit back, rocking back and forward and thinking that pie gonna fall out the sky and every problem that we have is gonna be solved and all these things are gonna be resolved without us doing anything. It may not be a lot of things that you have to do to resolve a thing, but you gotta do something. We must be willing to do something. So I'm not going to stay on here long. I wanted to just drop in for a few minutes to ask you, are you willing to do something? And um, how ready are you for a different outcome? How ready are you for a different outcome? Your life could be different. Your situation could be different. Circumstance could be different. How ready are you for a different outcome? So if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. I pray that you have an amazing day. I pray that you're ready on tomorrow to start a new work week running with both feet on the ground. Run and don't quit. I'll talk to you later.